The Internet is an open end-to-end network allowing anybody to develop new applications and innovate without asking anyone's permission. This is the reason why it has been such an innovative environment. If you think of the old telephone network and of the present mobile network, which are owned and controlled exclusively by the operators, you see that it is not possible to expand their functionalities without asking permission to the operators. That's why the major innovation we've seen so far is only SMS, message texts. Now, some operators are proposing to include more control on Internet networks. Operators would like to become gatekeepers. It is not necessary to blatantly interrupt traffic which might be in competition with the operator services. It is enough for them to degrade quality, discriminate content, or apply price discrimination. This would hamper openness and the end-to-end principles of the Internet, the factors that made the Internet the amazing instrument for innovation and creativity that we know today. This push toward increased tendency to control and foreclosure of the Internet is probably driven by the current economic difficulties that operators are facing in their traditional businesses, which brings them to reduce their investments. Rather than competing in global services, they push to selectively limit access and competition. Building next-generation access networks creates a series of positive externalities. However, these benefits cannot all be exploited by the operators. New fiber networks and innovative applications can benefit the society as a whole. For example, with new services allowing to reduce carbon emissions, telework, public administration efficiency increase, and so on. As operators cannot profit and get value from the value added of these services provided by third parties through their networks, they consider that the payback is too far, and therefore they don't want to invest. This is not only bad for the Internet, but damages the economy as a whole. Viviane Reding, European Commissioner, said recently that 50% of GDP growth in Europe is due to ICT, information and communication technologies. In order for this to continue to be true, we need an appropriate policy environment. This can include the utilization of licenses also as an instrument of policy orientation and development. Also, well-targeted state aid may be appropriate. For example, in the form of public-private partnership to support the construction of open networks, making sure it does not distort competition to an extent contrary to the common interest. In many countries, there is only one network, and it's quite likely that there will never be more than one next-generation network. In this case, if we want to have competition at the retail level, it would be important to divide the market horizontally by separating operators' wholesale functions. To do so, national regulation authorities need to have adequate powers to take actions. In conclusion, in order to have a future Internet economy, government need, 1, to foster the creation of next-generation networks, yet preserving competition at the retail level. And 2nd, to foster innovative services by guaranteeing network neutrality. What I would like to know from the countries participating in the ministerial meeting is, how are you going to do this?